No Excuse: The Power of Self-Discipline. Written by a New York Times bestseller author Brian Tracy. Introduction. The Miracle of Self-Discipline. There are 1,000 excuses for failure, but never a good reasons. Mark Twain. Why are some people more successful than others? Why do some people make more money, live healthier lives, and approach Mars more in the same number of years than other great majority? What is the real secret of success? Often I begin a seminar with a little exercise. I ask a audience, how many people are here? Would you like to double their income? Almost everyone smiles and raises their hands. I then ask, how many people here would you to like lose weight, get out and date, achieve financial independence? Again, everyone smiles, some people cheer, and they all raise their hands. Then I say, wonderful. These are great goals that everyone has. We all want to make more money, spend more time with our families, be fit and trim, and achieve financial independence. And not only do we all want to some things, but we all know what we have to do to achieve them. We all intended and to do things sometime, but before we get started, we decide but that we need to take a little vacation to a wonderful, fancy place to called someday else. We say that someday I will read that book, someday I will start exercise program, someday I will upgrade my skills and earn more money, someday I will get my financial under control and get aware of David. Someday I will do to all things that I know I need to do achieve my all goals someday. Probably 80% of the population lives of someday else most of the time. They think and dream and fantasize and all the things they are going to do someday. And who are they summarized by on someday else, other people on someday else? And what is the shift topic and conversation on someday else? Excuse. They all sit around and swap excuse for being on the island. Why are you here? They ask each other. Not surprising, the excuses are legally the same. I don't have a happy childhood. I don't get good education. I don't have any money. My boss are really critical. My marriage is not good. No one appreciates me, or the economy is terrible. They have come down with the disease of excuses, which is the invariable fatal to success. They all have good interiors, but as someone knows the road to hell and to provide with good intentions. The first rule of success is simple. Put yourself off the island. No more excuse. Do it or don't do it, but don't make an excuse. Stop using your incredible brain to think up elaborate realizations and justifications for not taking action. Do something, do anything, get on with it. Repeat to yourself, if it is to be, it's up to me. Losers make excuses, but winners make progress. Now, how can you tell if your favorite excuse is void or not? It is simple. Look around and ask, is there anyone else to who is my some excuse who is successful anyway? When you ask the question, if you are honest, you will have to admit that there are thousands and even of millions people who have to had it's far worse than you have to who have gone on the wonderful things with their slaves. And when thousands of millions of others have done, you can do as well if you try. It has been said that If people put as much energy into achieving their goals as they spend making up expense for failure, they would usually surprise and think of shapes. But first, you have to vote yourself of them Iceland. Humble beginning. Very few people start off with many advantages personality. I did not. Gratitude from high school. I worked at laborating jobs for several years. I hate limited education, limited skills, and a limited future. And then I began asking the question, why are some people more successful than others? The question changed my life. Over the years, I have read thousands of books and articles on the subject of success and achievement. It seems that the reasons the four trees have been discussed and written about for more than 2000 years in every conceivable way. One quality that most philosophers, teachers, and experts agree on the importance of self-discipline. A discipline is what you must have to reset the layer of excuse. It is self-discipline that enables you to vote yourself off them Iceland. It is the key to great life and without its aid, no listing success is possible. The development of self-discipline changed my life and I will change yours as well. By continually demanding more than yourself, I become a successful in sales and then management. I cut up my schooling and took an MBA degree in my 30s, which required thousands of hours of demanded study. I improved Suzuki vehicles into Canada before anyone else, set up 65 dealerships and sold 25 million worth of the vehicles, and this is all fair. And I hate after studied with no knowledge of the industry. What I hate, however, was he discipline and dimension to learn what I needed to know and then apply what I need to do. I got into real estate development with no knowledge or experience, applied the power of discipline which was then broke by hundreds of hours to work and study. I then went to build shopping centers, industrial parks, office building and industrial survivals. With self-discipline, I have built successful business in training, consulting, speaking, writing, reading and distribution. My audio and video programs, books, seminars and training programs have sold more than 500 million in 36 languages and 54 countries. Over the years, I have consulted more than 1,000 companies and trained more than 5 million people in live seminars and talks. In every case, the percentage of self-discipline has been essential and my to success. I discovered that you achieve almost any goals you set for yourself if you have the discipline to pay the price to do what you need to do and never give up. Who should read this book? This book is written for ambitious, determined men and women who want to achieve everything that is possible for them in life. It is written for people who are hungry to do more, to have more, and to be more than they ever have been before. Perhaps the most important insight all the way to regard to success is that to achieve generally you must be for a different person. It's not the miracle things of approach to acquire that matter to so much. It is quality of the person you must become a approach well above the average. The development of self-discipline is the highest road that makes everything possible for you. This book will serve your step-by-step guide to becoming a remarkable person who is capable of remarkable achievements. A chance encounter reveals the rooms for success. Some years ago, I was attending a conference in Washington, D.C. During the lunch break, I was eating at a nearby food fair. The area was crowded, so I sat down at the last open table by myself, even though it was a terrible for food. A few minutes later, an older gentleman and a younger woman whose applied to be his assistant come alone, carrying toys for food and obviously looking for a place to sit. Having lots of room at my table, I immediately arose and invited the older gentleman to join me. He was hesitated, but I insisted. Finally, he sit down quite thankfully, and we began to start our lunch. It turned out that his name was Cop Meir. As its help happened, I immediately know who he was. He was a largest in the field of success and achievement. Cop Meir has written for best-selling books, each of which the considered to 250 success principles that he had derived from more than 50 years of research and study. I had read all four books for over the cover is more than once. After we had captured for a while, I asked him the question that many people in this session were asked for the all 1000 success principles that you have discovered. Which do you think is the most important? He smiled at me with a trackable in his eyes of he had been asked this question many times, and he replied without hesitating. The most important success principle of all was stand by elaborate 100. One of the most principal writers in American history at the beginning of the twentieth century, he said, self-discipline is the ability to do you should do, when you should do it, whether feel like to do or not. He went on to say there are 999 other success principles that I have found my reading and experience, but without self-discipline, none of them work. With self-discipline, they all work. Thus, self-discipline is the key to personal greatness. It is the magic quality that opens all doors for and makes everything else possible. With self-discipline, the average person can reach as far and as far his talents and intelligence can take him, but without self-discipline, a person with every blessing or background, education and opportunity will seldom reach above mediocrity. Your two worst enemies. Just as self-discipline is the key to success, the lack of self-discipline is the major case of failure, frustration, undisappointment, and unhappiness in life. It causes us to make excuses and all self-obsessed short. Two biggest enemies of success, happiness and potential fulfillment, are first the path of least requirement and sound the exclamatory factor. The path of latest rearrangement is what causes people to make the easy wise almost every station. They seek shortcuts to everything. They achieve at work at the last minute and leave the first opportunity. They look for get rich quick schemes and every money. Over the time, they develop the habit of always seeking as an easier, faster way to get the things they want to further than doing what is the hard but necessary to achieve real success. The expectancy factor, which is an expectation for the law of the largest reasonance, is even worse when loading people to failure and undeserved achievement. This principle says people Invariably speak the fastest and easiest way to get the things they want right now, with the little or not no comes for a long time consideration of their behaviors. In other words, most people to do is expended what is fun and easy rather than what is necessary for success. Every day and every minute for every day, there is a build going on inside of your between doing what is right, hard, and necessary, like the angel on shoulder, or doing what is fun, easy, and of little or value, like the devil on your other shoulder. Every minute of every day you must fight and win this build with the explanatory factor and reset the pole of the path of largest resistance, and if you truly deserve to become everything you are capable for becoming. I invite you to listen to the next chapter of this book. Thanks for listening.